Yeah. Not even bothering to reload the internet browser or anything. All I have open right now is the bot and the OBS right now. Just make sure everything is okay. So yes, robots still love me just as much as they always have. A special type of X-parasite. You'll see them. Try it out. Is your objective clear? Missiles are your only hope. Don't hesitate to use them. Now find a way to the target. In Super Metroid, those used to look more like dominoes, and they just look like crumbling rocks. Oh. The TLDR is... you gotta find an alternate way to get to your target and absolutely use missiles whenever you deem necessary. I just like wall jumping. Wait, I don't have to explain the way the white dots work on the map, because they work exactly the same as they do in Zero Mission, and you have played that one. These are annoying. Wait, they just cost me half my health. What am I doing? I don't need no power grip. E. Now I do. Look, it's an aardvark. Or, no, armadillo. I get those mixed up a lot. Ow. Fun fact, by the way, the core X's always do 30 damage to you, no matter what your suit is or which boss you're fighting. Yeah, I can turn the volume down a little bit in the game. But it's not so much that the game is loud, it's that the sound effects are ridiculously shrill. Because, you know, this is early Game Boy Advance. That just happens with early Game Boy Advance. Oh wait, I forgot. Orb! Orb. No bombs, though. You don't actually absorb the absorb. Absorb. Sorry. I'm trying to do it the cool way. I'm failing miserably. Thank you, green guys. Yeah, the audio for Zero Mission was a lot more refined, I would say. Oh, that's that. That, of course, being 2 years later. Audio-based jump scares, is there any other kind? Wait, I almost forgot. Although, it probably isn't going to be that big of a deal since the game is so linear. Samus, it's as I feared. The breeding environments have been invaded by X-parasites. Sector 1, SRX, shows several abnormalities on biosensors. Sector 1 is a simulation of the SR-388's ecosystem. To get there, take the main elevator to the access shaft and use Elevator 1. Is your objective clear? Use the navigation room just inside for further briefing. I'm not sure, but I think that whoever allowed the X into the environment may also be linked to the earlier explosion. Whoop! Forgot. Yeah. I can't go there yet because we don't have Varia suit. Bear with me, gotta grab some water real quick. We'll just see a few seconds. Nice glowing elevator. You mean like this? It's Super Metroid, Samus. Okay. That was the last of the chalupa that I got yesterday, so that'll be... So, no more worries about interrupting to eat. You can only imagine how much Samus was sweating when she heard that explosion in the middle of the elevator. She's like, "Oh my god, please, 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 please go all the way down. Please go all the way down. Please go all the way down." The main elevator leading to the access shaft has been severely damaged. It will be totally unusable for some time, unfortunately. Some unknown agent is at work. Something very powerful and certainly not human. I will report when I know more. Now listen closely. The X in Sector 1 have invaded the atmospheric stabilizers. They must want to alter the environment to their needs. They are already reproducing. Clear all 5 atmospheric stabilizers to stop them. Is your objective clear? Now get moving. And these atmospheric stabilizers are my least favorite sound in the entire game. They're just so annoying to listen to. obnoxious noises from a boss is one thing, but... Uh-oh. Run! Orbs! Sort of. They're not orbs, they're just blobs. That. You've seen this game before, Subsonic. You played another Metroid 2 remake. E. Oh. Well, I meant that this is where these graphics came from. Is this the one where there was a secret? This wasn't the, okay, yeah. I know there's a... Oh, look, it's a mini version of the boss we just killed. Of course, Metroid likes to do that. Space pirates! Right, that's the place we obviously don't want to be here right now. Gotta wait until we're gravity suit. It's supposed to be the SR-388 dimension, and yet they're space pirates. I can't imagine that the space pirates were frequent visitors of SR-388, considering how easily the Metroids can kick their butts. We've seen in multiple games now that space pirates are no match for Metroids. And you know what's cool about this game is that we don't even have to worry about the potential implications of committing genocide, because we're not actually genociding the animals, we're genociding the undead animals that have been taken over by X's. The animals were already dead. Ah, come on, wall jumps.
Now, every time I see these enemies, I think of Sonic 1. It's Dr. Robotnik made some crab bots that basically did a lot of that. Oh! Yes, the red ones are the ones that give you a lot of stuff back. In the early game, you might as well just say that it refills everything, but later on it doesn't. Later on, you have enough items where it doesn't refill everything, but it's a lot. Oh look, a Chozo statue. Oh look, the orb hurts me by 1. 1. You can tell Core X's have beams when you have to shoot them in an eye. If you can just shoot the Core X on any part of its body, then it doesn't contain a beam. Wall jump rules are a little bit iffy in this game. You're kind of forced to move laterally outward from where you were. Yeah, you get plenty. You end up with plenty of missiles to finish the whole game pretty early on in this game. That rock hurt me. I walked into a rock and it hurt. No more of that sound effect. Give you an idea where we are. Alright, I'll use the safe one here for the first time. Oh, wait. Oh, look! Thing! That might be the first time where pretty much explicitly they expect you to know how to wall jump. Frames. Thank you, Frames. Yeah. Charge beam now, you pretty much never actually have to hit enemies with missiles ever again. Thankfully, missiles are a dime a dozen in this game, so you still can if you want to. Also, look, your actual beam becomes a little bit stronger, too. You don't just get the charge beam, but your actual beam is a little bit stronger. Pseudo screw attack. Atmospheric stabilizers online.
but many X have already made it to other sectors, it seems. In particular, Sector 2, TRO, the tropical habitat, shows abnormalities. I suspect the X entered this sector with the help of our unseen saboteur. He or it may be in TRO now. Samus, get over there. We need to put an end to this. Is your objective clear? Start moving. I'll brief you at the TRO navigation room. As I listened to the briefing, my thoughts turned to the real Adam. The real Adam understood me well. He would always end his orders by saying, "Any objections, lady?" He knew I wasn't going to disagree. That was just his way of noting our trust. I wonder if I can trust this computer, too. I will decline to comment on that. I can trust computers to whip my butt every day. There's that. Okay, so I didn't decline to comment very well, did I? I'm bad at declining to comment. It's part of my Asperger syndrome. I have learned the identity of our mystery saboteur. Samus, it's an X mimicking you. I have named it the SAX. I believe the SAX came from the capsule containing your infected suit parts. It used a power bomb to escape the quarantine bay. That explosion breached the capsules containing all the X that started this disaster. But the SAX is definitely our biggest worry right now. The SAX is mimicking you at full power. You can't face it. If you see the SAX, just run. Don't even think about fighting. You are still very vulnerable to cold, an unexpected side effect of the Metroid vaccine. Like Metroids, you can be frozen by an ice beam. Of course, the SAX is armed with the ice beam. Stay away. If you see it, just run. HQ says they have bomb data ready in the data room. Bombs will help you find a way out if the SAX traps you. The data room is here, but it's sealed by a level 1 hatch. You'll have to find the security room and release the level 1 locks. But per safety protocols, it's not marked on your map. You'll have to find it on your own somehow, Samus. So, first find the security room and unlock level 1 hatches, then go to the data room and get that bomb data. Is your objective clear? Keep an eye out for the SAX. Number of recognizable Super Metroid enemies make their appearance here. Although here's a little quirk about this game. In Super Metroid, the pseudo screw attack, you might have noticed that I posted it in Discord, the pseudo screw attack is actually consistent and always does the same amount of damage as a charged Spazer plus wave beam. In this game, the pseudo screw attack actually scales with how strong your beam is. So right now my pseudo screw attack is pretty weak, but when I have the plasma beam, the pseudo screw attack is going to be super strong. Blue. Blue.
That works too. Oh wait, I think I need bombs to do anything in here. So already, maximum charge beam is stronger than using missiles. Bombs? You want it? It's yours, my friend, as long as you have enough rubies. Okay. Free missiles for your first demonstration of how bombs work. That's one thing I can give this game credit, actually. Never mind. They still pretty much force you to use the weapon you just picked up almost immediately. But a few times they don't do that, so yay. Where is it? There it is. Oh wait, there's no spring ball yet. That's right, you get the spring ball along with the high jump boots in this game. It's the Prime games where you get spring ball with bombs. You might be hearing Bebop's phone right now. Now you probably won't be. She's awesome. She knows how to take hits. Whoop. Wait, that was a one-shot? I didn't think I could one-shot that guy with my power beam. Speaking of high jump boots, oh no! I can never go up again! It'd be nice to be able to properly wall jump, but I have to settle for this. In Super Metroid and in Zero Mission, that wouldn't be too hard of a wall jump to make. Well, this room doesn't seem all that significant. I'm sure that's the last time I'll ever be in that room. Oh, look! That door doesn't have a door on it. There's all these little subtle things in Metroid Fusion that add to the horror factor. If you're observant enough. I don't have a lot of health right now, so I might as well save here. This seems like a room where there would be a missile in the middle of this block. But I don't think there is. Besides, there would be a white dot if there was. Oh look, speaking of white dots, and speaking of energy, E. Also, look, I can use the charge beam on the eye. Unlike Super Metroid. Well, that's nice to know. This is by far the least threatening looking boss in the game. And of course the music isn't very threatening either. Oh, I missed. Then again, that first boss was basically just a buff armadillo. Oh, that's kind of neat. So we know this is not a beam that we're about to pick up. In fact, it's pretty obviously high jump boots because we're not getting out of here any other way. Because look, I can't even bomb jump my way up because the bombs take so long to explode in this game. Bomb jumping is just out of the question. Maybe that's to blame on the X's for taking the original suit. Now bombs don't work very well anymore. And I just realized that the fusion suit is basically like the 0.5 suit, because there's elements of the Zero suit and the OG power suit in it. Oh, that also makes sense. Also, look, all those enemies that we were fighting have now been completely frozen in place. Okay, well, not these guys. The little crawly guys. Uh-oh. There's good range on the bombs, though. Okay, well, it's not like I ran, so technically I disobeyed the boss's orders. I saw it and I didn't run. I sure hope all that music isn't copyrighted behind me. Probably is. It's probably not showing up too much. Right. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's showing up at that volume. It should be good. Oh, look. Cocoons that I can walk on, and unfortunately I can't go past this one. You can't bomb the cocoons. I don't even think you can power bomb the cocoons. You also can't wall jump the cocoons, which is obviously more annoying in this context. Oh, look, missiles. There we go. See, I told you, really early on in this game, you're going to be pretty much good. You're going to be pretty much good to go in terms of weapons. Oh wait, and then there was this room. Oh look, what could be over here? Why, it's missiles! How unexpected! Samus, we've got trouble. Releasing the security lock may have been a bad idea. The SAX has invaded the water environment in Sector 4, AQA, with several thousand X. With the blue hatches active, the SAX slipped in easily. The creatures and systems in Sector 4 are already showing multiple irregularities. I'm currently investigating. I'll brief you in the navigation room when you arrive. Is your objective clear? Now head for Sector 4. The SAX. An enemy with my strongest abilities. But does it have reason? Probably not. It's just a killing machine. In my current state, I can't face it head on. The SAX is me, only heartless. I must stop it before it learns its potential and threatens the universe. That's right, the universe's greatest threat is just these little yellow gelatinous blobs. Yellow, green, and red gelatinous blobs. Amazing how that works out sometimes. Imagine if an X went into Vegeta. Oh wait, no, Dragon Ball GT already kind of did that. Never mind. This sector has taken more damage than expected. I knew the X were powerful and destructive, but still. This seems to be purposeful. We certainly can't rule out the possibility that the SAX has a high degree of intelligence. I find the X fascinating, especially this SAX. But I digress. This sector is home to a very large creature the researchers called Ceres. It is capable of moving and attacking at ultra-high speed. The more senseless and widespread destruction here may be attributable to Ceres. No doubt the SAX released it, but I can't be sure why yet. Ceres has returned often to the breeding tank here. Its natural behavior must be to go back to it periodically.
It is a valuable specimen, but you have been authorized to terminate it. If you don't, it may invade other sectors. Is your objective clear? While you're moving, be careful. Some broken power nodes have electrified the water, but we can't cut the power. Doing so would affect the whole station adversely. If you touch the water, you'll be electrocuted. Conserve energy as you go. Of course, one of the Hololive characters is named Aqua, so I'll refrain from making any references to her. Not that she would have anything remotely to do with Metroid Fusion. I mean, likening the atmosphere of a Metroid game to Hololive is just ridiculous. Like, they're polar opposite in terms of atmosphere. I love Metroid games. E. Besides Dread and Prime 4, I think the what I would most like to see out of Metroid in the future is like a prequel to Prime 3 where we can play as Rundus, Gore, and Gandrada. Let Samus be an NPC for the first time ever. Not that I ever get tired of playing as Samus, but it'd be cool to play as somebody else. That room, there's very little to do up there. This, I believe, is where it's at. No, it's not. No, it might be. If I'm wrong, then I'm gonna add it to the counter. I'm right. That's always cool when the Game Boy Advance games just like in one row. Oh look, it's a little boss critter. Well, Prime 3 had a very good reason for it. In that, without E-Tanks, you kind of can't do hyper mode. This game, the only reason for it is, it's hard. Red, thank you. I actually seem to have slightly better control of the wall jumps in water. But I can't quite pull off the inputs consistently.
my strat for this boss is pseudo screw attack until you get lucky. That worked too. There we go. See, pseudo screw attack works. I don't know if this is a repeatable pattern or not, but I'm never able to prepare for it. Although I actually look like I know what I'm doing here. Aye! That was luck. Would you care to say that again, Subsonic? Have you forgotten that this is a Metroid game? I happen to be good at Metroid. Yeah. This one was... It was obviously pretty well telegraphed what this power-up was going to be. But for the most part, you actually get to see the enemies using your abilities in combat. I know, it really does, doesn't it? Oh. Oh, look, missiles. Oh, look, missiles. You know, a game has like a pretty nice, well-balanced difficulty when you get all these potential items, and yet it's still not a total walk in the park. But it does scale nicely. I don't have any complaints about difficulty. Well, there is one part that's a difficulty spike. We'll get to that. Oh. Oh yeah, no jingle required for this one. Oh look, missiles. That you kind of can't possibly miss. So that's the thing in this game, is like, not only are there missiles and energy tanks out the wazoo, but you kind of can't miss them. You do not want to touch the wires. They hurt you really, really badly. Oh, look, missiles! Oops, that's not quite what... Whoa, I just got a free jump out of that. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that that probably isn't one of the missiles that's picked up very often on speedruns. I do have a friend who I saw briefly attempting a 0% run of this game, either 0 or 1. I can't quite remember. I think honestly, you actually had this completely opposite. I think this is the only Metroid that you actually can do a 0% run. Right. Because all the other Metroids, your special items that you can't beat the game without count as items. This game does not count that as items because you're absorbing an X rather than actually collecting something from Chozo.
So, Ceres had been infected by the X too. Well, as a result, you recovered another ability. At this rate, you may be able to face the SAX yet, but that's still a ways off. HQ has more support data, this time it's missile upgrade data. You desperately need this, but the data room here is sealed with a level 4 lock, the highest security level. Let's avoid opening sensitive areas unless it's necessary. Also, the route to the data room in Sector 2 is blocked by still more SAX activity. I note a deliberate activity pattern, as if it is blocking your recovery intentionally. Samus, it looks like your best option for this download is in Sector 3, PYR. You will find the PYR data room on your map after using a navigation room there. Is your objective clear? Now head for Sector 3, PYR.